to Infinity Wealth. First of all, Happy New Year. I'm sorry we haven't done any updates, but I've had a family tragedy, so I've just decided to take a little bit of time out and just to contemplate a lot more. But listen, today's video is more about what is going to happen in the UK property market. What do I anticipate for 2020 going forward? Now, we've all seen, that Conservatives have got a majority in Parliament. That's great. But one of the things that I want to focus on now, and I think that's going to be important running through the whole of 2020, is interest rates. The Bank of England is already talking about lowering interest rates. The main reason why is the economy is slowing. There's no question about the economy slowing, but the Bank of England is talking about reducing interest rates. So if you're in the mortgage game, you've probably already seen that some of the lenders are already beginning to offer lower interest rates and account for that. So one of the key factors and the takeaways from 2020 is going to be lower interest rates. I don't know if we're going to go to zero like the Americans are talking about, but if it does, it's really going to push up asset prices. But let's work on the premise that these guys are going to keep their heads, not do anything silly, but really just keep us chugging along. And I think that's what's important, keep us chugging along as property investors. So if we look at, now Brexit, what's happened? Well, obviously we've had the Boris bounce. In London, we're already seeing it. So you're seeing what estate agents are saying is, we've had foreign buyers. We had a Chinese buyer paying 280 million in Regent's Park for this, I think it was 60 bedroom or 58 bedroom, can't remember the exact amount, mansion. Who came straight back into the market. So I think in London what we're seeing is buyers now coming back. That's not because all the Brexit uncertainty is ruled out, far from it, but it's more to do with the case of, well, actually now we've got a government which is in majority, so we're more likely to pass bills through Parliament and make it easier and start getting on with the economy and start chugging the economy along. So I think that's where it stems from. AKA the Boris bounce, as they called it. So we're seeing that. The other thing is that, estate agents are already reporting that they're having inquiries, but a lot of sellers are still reluctant to put their properties on the market at the moment, and it's really springtime where we will see what will happen to the housing market, because springtime, January time, there's not as many properties that are coming into the market. So springtime will be the tell to see what's going on. The other tell will be to see what's going on with London. How is London performing now with what's going on? So keep an eye on that. We'll obviously give you updates all the time to let you know what's going on. So we've had that. Let's talk about the other thing is housing supply. We as property investors want to know what house prices are doing, right? At the moment, housing supply is really, really tight. It's still tight. It's incredibly tight. So the government is now talking about bringing in longer term mortgages. So they're talking about, rather than the 5-year fix, they're talking about a 30-year fix for some house buyers and actually capping that off, which will be great for the housing market. But that's something that they're discussing at the moment. They're also discussing looking at the Help to Buy scheme and increasing that Help to Buy scheme, so extending that Help to Buy scheme for a longer period until 2023. Lifetime mortgages, which we discussed. But the other thing that I think we need to also look at is, where have we come from? What's happened over the last decade? So if you look over the last decade, we've had interest rates falling, or thereabouts where we are. We've had, on average, the whole of the UK, we've had house prices increasing by 33.7%. over the last decade. Now, if you look at you know, all the economic data out there now from Savills and people like that, they are actually saying that they will see an increase, or they're forecasting property prices to rise by 15.3% over the next 5 years. Now, I think the key point this year will be to keep an eye on interest rates. Obviously unemployment rates and interest rates more importantly, because this will support the market. To be honest, as a property investor, I don't want to see sky high property prices. I want to see a gradual increase, which I think that's what will happen this year. I don't think we're going to see any meteoric rise. I think we're going to see a nice steady increase, maybe 2%, maybe 3%, which I'm more than happy with, which is great. Because one thing that you don't want to do is see huge rises in property prices, because that could affect Bank of England's base rate as well. So they may then feel that, you know, inflation's rising, so let's put up prices. But this is, you know, this has been the take. So it gives you a summary of what's going on and what I think will be happening over 2020 and the best way to tackle it. So obviously stay in touch with our videos, our YouTube videos. Don't forget somewhere below to subscribe to our channel, to like our content that we give you as well, and also please go along to our website where we will be producing more content. So keep in touch. Like I say, I'm sorry, due to family bereavement, I haven't done any videos, but you know, now you should start seeing some video updates as well. So good luck in 2020. Don't forget to comment below as well on anything or any topics that you feel that we need, you know, you would like us to cover. And you said, well, I wouldn't mind finding out a little bit more about that. So let us know. But otherwise, take care and have a great 2020. Bye, guys.